online in theory.
Yeah. Read the owner's manual.
Is it on?
I just fired it back up.
Oh.
What about now? Is it working now, people?
How about meow?
Can you hear me now?
I hate when I have to like stare at shit, try to figure out what's happening.
So now no one will know if it's working because we're just sitting here silently.
Yeah, we're just, well, no, like
It's frozen. I can't hear anything. You guys aren't even moving.
It's
the
not
weird part
us,
is
it's you.
what sucks is when somebody tells you it's choppy. Like,
It might just be them.
well, but I don't know what. So there's like different types of things that can be a problem on here.
Choppy audio versus video, you mean? Or what?
Well, it's like the way that it's choppy. So like I found that there's a setting on here that you can adjust, right? And everybody's like, it's choppy. Well, I hit this setting and it changed it, and all it's doing is changing like the hertz that it's going out at, and it's like it's like 44.1 or 48. So it's like a tiny little window, but it made a huge difference. But then when somebody else could be like, it's choppy, it might just be like shitty internet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I need a better descriptor of what that could possibly mean.
All right, so somebody was trying to watch the Facebook Live video, and they said it was blank.
Well, that's on you.
Yeah, I mean,
That's your video. I mean, was it blank? Because, like,
Could it be the Wi-Fi connection maybe, or you
I
hardly
don't think so. No, because it says all my shit's legit right now.
Oh.
So I don't know. Oh, there's somebody talking, by the way, that isn't on camera, in case anybody's wondering. In case anybody's like, wait, what just happened?
The mystery fourth person.
Bentley can talk now.
Ghost guest.
But I mean, it's whatever. We're going to keep going.
All right, so what were you even talking about?
Nothing. I don't want to talk at all. Everybody's like, it's choppy. Well, I hit this setting and it changed it. And it sounds perfectly fine. Changing, like, the hertz that it's going out at.
Yeah.
Y'all are stoned. Fuck y'all. Fuck with me.
I need to call
perfectly fine.
Xfinity and upgrade their package.
I'm
bro.
fucking broadcasting it and listening to it while it's fine.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, it's like,
They're all watching the Facebook Live videos. They're like, that's choppy.
They need to get better. internet.
anyway, so I don't know if y'all can, like, this audio is clearly fine, so you can go fuck yourself.
Anyways,
Sorry, I'm still fucking with all these weird sounders.
Anyways.
Which I'm gonna play this sounder just because there's never gonna be use for it because
Yeah.
we're not gonna
Fire
talk
it
about
up.
weed.
I'm not a fan of marijuana. It's very strong, and I don't like the way it smells.
I heard this today watching like some fake ass version of Cops that plays on YouTube now. And like I was literally in the other room and I heard it and I was like, that's amazing. I went out and
Capture
fucking
that.
pulled the episode down and fucking edited it down just so I could have that sounder. And that's a Utah State Patrol officer, by the way, who apparently I watched the whole episode because it's only like 4 minutes, but I watched the whole thing because I was like, why does this bitch hate weed so much? She fucking hates weed. Like she hates weed, and I was like,
She doesn't even know why.
weed smells amazing. Like don't be a dick about it.
does.
Just because you're a police officer doesn't mean you have to pretend it smells bad. Oh, you don't like the smell of weed?
No, I don't like it. I don't like the way it smells.
When it's being smoked or when it's just like
Green.
Green. Like you don't like green.
Either.
Really?
It smells
No
nice.
way.
Bro, if I could buy air fresheners as a weed, I would.
I know.
I low key sprinkled weed into my little hot wax thing.
I feel bad too because like you know
Yeah.
like when your friend has like some like shit they're proud of and they're like, here, smell this. I'm like, yeah, what the fuck, I don't like it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I can't tell I don't know, whatever.
I think you probably, if you smell the difference between shitty weed and good weed, you would for sure be able to tell a difference.
Yes.
Because there's like a super distinct difference.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I don't know shit about weed. I don't fuck with weed, so you know, it makes it
You
easier.
should.
Maybe. I'm pretty mellow as it is though, you know? Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty low key. And I drink a shit ton of caffeine too, which is really crazy. 'Cause
Yeah.
Did you buy it at a BYU campus? Sorry, I had to. There's some people that aren't going to get that.
Did I tell you the last time that when I did the work for them that I had to sign the honor code thing? Did I tell you that?
They
I
made
didn't
you
even
sign
know
the
you
honor
did it.
code?
Yeah.
Did you do it with your
Yeah.
tattooed arms?
Yeah, while smoking cigarettes and a goatee.
Yeah, facial hair, yep.
So
They
I was
didn't
like-
make you shave that off?
Well, I wasn't on their campus, but like
Oh.
part of the contract was that I had to abide by the honor code. And I was like, well, that's not really feasible because I'm covered in tattoos. I mean, I
don't know how
know
they take that honor code that seriously anyway. I've done enough fucked up shit on BYU's campus with BYU students that, like, I don't even know why they bother with it. That's when I made a
What
post.
mom
I was
doesn't
like,
know won't hurt her.
I made a post. I was like, why are they even talking about caffeine? Like, I've seen so much Coke go through BYU's campus. Like, why caffeinated drinks are the least of your guys' problems.
seriously.
Or non-caffeinated drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
But I always thought the honor code thing was weird because they make you shave, but all the statues on campus have beards.
Yeah.
That was the one that always fucked with me. Like, every single one.
Dude, yeah, Brigham Young and all his homies
Yeah.
had hella big
Everybody
beards.
had beards.
Settler beards.
But they're like, you should full on shave your face.
I feel like there's a lot more things that we could question. Like, that's not even like the tip of the
Yeah, but I don't want to get into fucked
You know
up
what I mean?
talk about the
That's fine.
church or
Yeah,
anything because,
no.
like, good grief.
They're great people to work with, though. I really enjoyed it. It was great.
That's sorry, I'm distracted now.
You reading comments that we can't read?
No, can you read these comments?
I can't see. Now I can see.
Oh, that won't be on your face. I don't think that makes it bigger. I think I have to hit transition to make it giant like that. Hopefully, the feed it just covers your whole face. People write fucked up shit right above your head, so it pops up.
There you go.
I'm kind of mad at the fucking audio thing. So, the one thing I figured out that I like about Facebook is you can go on Facebook and test all your shit before you're actually live. Because you can get on and it starts streaming it so that you can watch it, and you have to hit the go live button, like once you're already connected to it, before it actually shows anybody else. And you can't do that with fucking YouTube.
YouTube's just
And I gotta be honest with you, that's kind of a pain in the ass because then I don't know that the audio's fucked up.
right.
And it's kind of frustrating. I don't know. We're new enough to this bullshit that I don't really care that much, but can you guys read that now?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, is that updated? I mean, is that?
It's like it's a little, so like when we're going out, it's
Also,
about,
you can type too.
it's 10 seconds behind. And then the comments are a couple seconds behind that
Got
each
it.
time.
That's
So,
sick.
what are you talking about? I could type too.
You have a comment on there.
Oh, yeah. If you logged into the LMD thing, you could do it on yours too. It's the same.
It's pretty legit.
It's a lot of work. This whole thing is a lot of work. And
The video part is kind of distracting, isn't it?
why?
I don't know, because like the first time we were just talking, and it was more like there was less shit going on. Now I'm
There's
like,
definitely less shit.
what's going on over there? You know, I'm more focused on that.
Yeah, you don't
than,
have to watch the chat. I find myself looking at the chat all the time, which is not ideal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like,
As far as
honestly-
active input, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
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 and like, I don't want to say that copied, but that's basically what happened. Like, I kind of fucked with the Dirtbag Dan show is kind of like what this is modeled after. And they all were watching the screen the whole time too. And not the whole time, but like, I'm not always watching it either. But
They
like,
check it.
yeah, they check it.
Yeah.
For the chat because it's like interactive. And that was the whole point of like people kept saying like, you should do it live, so that people would interact. Well, now I am.
Where the fuck are they?
And talking shit.
The only podcast I really watch is like the Joe Rogan podcast, and I don't think I've ever seen them have the live element or the
It's
interactive.
recorded.
I don't think they do it live, do they?
But I've never seen them like interact with anyone on any facet either, aside from just
Well, yeah, because they always have at least a guest, and then one other dude is always on the show, right?
yeah,
So I mean, like
at
they
least
have, yeah, and they have guests that are like,
interesting than my ass.
well, no, I mean, yeah, I guess, but that's not exactly what I was saying. Like they have guests that are like, they're getting 100,000 people to listen to it because that person's on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
They're guests
it's
of
not
the
even just about being
future, for
interested. They're
sure.
just like already super famous people. So, and to be honest with you, they've had super uninteresting guests on Joe Rogan's show because I've been stuck listening to the episode because it will like automatically play when I'm not working sometimes.
Next up.
And I'm like, oh, this is fucking. Or it's not even that they're uninteresting. It's that their topic is like whoever they brought on is interesting, I'm sure, to whoever gives a fuck about whatever that person's talking about.
But not necessarily what
Yeah,
they're
but
talking
like,
about.
I think that Neil deGrasse Tyson guy is super interesting.
Yeah.
But sometimes I find him like nearly impossible to listen to. And when he was on Joe Rogan's show, that was one of the times.
Weird. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't want to do this.
That dude's exposed me to some really interesting people that I probably wouldn't have known otherwise, you know?
Who, Joe Rogan?
Yeah. But it's a lot of... I'm really interested in drugs, which is crazy. Like, I love drug movies. I don't fucking do drugs. I've never sold drugs, you know what I mean? But I love, like, Blow is a great movie. I'm
Yeah.
really interested
Blow
in,
was a
like,
great movie.
like, the biology and, like, the science behind, like, how psychedelics work. And, like, I study that shit. But I never have done them. And, like, really have no intention of doing it. But it's really interesting for some
Yeah.
reason.
Wait, have you done DMT?
No. but I've watched a fucking documentary.
Do you
Seen
want
it.
to do DMT?
No.
Fuck.
I know full well. Like, I've done a float tank a shit ton of times.
Really?
Yeah, like the deprivation tank. I
Yeah.
love that shit.
My buddy Josh up in Washington
liked it.
does that
I
shit.
love it, yeah.
He does that shit like once a month.
Yeah.
He says it's like super like calming, like it resets you.
Mm-hmm.
And so like he does it as like an appointment, like you would get like a massage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like a thing to him.
I tell people, like, for me at least, it's you have the like the physical benefits of a massage, but then you also have like a mental massage.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the water and you're buoyant, like it takes all the stress off your muscles and your body's relaxing for an hour. It's amazing. But then also you're sitting in there with no inputs. Like you do have a natural DMT trip. Your body or your brain will release DMT.
I wonder what would happen
I
if
wanna
you
try
tried
that.
doing transcendental meditation inside a deprivation chamber.
Probably you
I
should.
don't know if it would work that much. Isn't that like breathing really heavily?
No. TM is like the opposite of all the other types of meditation.
okay.
So TM is like you sit silently, or you sit in like a silent place, and they want you to be comfortable. It's like the biggest thing, and then you close your eyes and like you inwardly recite like a mantra, which is either a word or a phrase, and you just repeat it over and over and over and over and over. And the idea is you do it for like 20 minutes. And the concept is that your brain basically shuts off. Because your brain like does all sorts of shit for you anyway.
Right.
Like it controls your breathing, your heart, all that bullshit on its own. You don't tell it to do that.
Right.
But what happens is like your brain basically shuts off. So like you don't die, like all your shit stays working. But like
Sounds
it no longer has to process information at all for you. So
sounds like, I mean, that's what the deprivation tank does, right?
Right.
Like, it removes inputs. I mean,
Right, and
sound, feeling, sense, touch. But the thing that's crazy, like the first couple times you do it, like you're in there, at least for me, and I think it's pretty common, is you're like, okay, what the hell am I doing? This is weird. What am I
Yeah.
doing in here? Why am I in this
like
fucking tub?
overthinking
Yeah.
what you're doing.
And then
while
after,
you're
like,
supposed to be chilling.
Yeah,
third
the
or
only
fourth
person that I'd
time.
ever heard about it, they said the first time was awesome. And
Really?
the second time was a really bad, like, trip, I guess.
And that was never bad for me. I mean, I was going pretty often to where it was like that boundary of like reality.
Got
and
kinda used to
It
it.
was like, what the okay, I need to slow down because things were getting a little weird. But I had a friend who smoked a lot of weed and I took him there and he freaked the fuck out. Like he couldn't close the lid. He propped the lid open so he could still see light and he brought his fucking phone in there. Excuse me. And he had music playing and like,
Really-
it completely defeats
That's
the whole
yeah,
purpose.
Why did you even do that? Just go borrow a casket temporarily and
Just
sit
don't
in
do
there
it.
or something.
Yeah.
Like what the? That's stupid.
Well, some people can't be alone with themselves. Like, it freaks them the fuck
True.
out. You know, like they have to have something, and so that's what it is. And I mean, really, all the benefits you're getting from that is being alone with yourself. Like you're in your like in there, and the only thing you have is your thoughts. And then eventually, like your brain is like, okay, fuck that, and then you start fucking hallucinating whatever you're seeing in there.
I think I'd like it because I really like being alone.
It's legit.
You should get used to it. No, I'm just kidding.
There's a place I did some paintings for. I think they're in American Fork. It's called. Shit, I should know. I'm such a
You
dick.
should, because I don't know. At
Something
all.
wellness center. I'll look it up, but they have two. They're getting 2 new tanks, and they should have them in like the next couple weeks. I know of another place, but like they're not buying art from me, so fuck them.
So no semi-free plug.
Is that the nearest spot? Where's the nearest? Where do you go
So
to do it?
well, there was one in Vegas right by my house. Here, the one is not the place that I'm recommending, but the place that I am recommending has like the newest badass tanks. So your experience is going to be better.
Worth
the drive, anyways.
worth it.
What? How
Yeah.
much?
It's the cost of a massage, but
No,
the
no, no.
tanks
How much
themselves
better
are
can the tank be?
significantly. Like you can, the pumps are quieter. You
Oh,
know what I mean? Because
yeah.
there's so much like
Yeah.
like the one
I'm just
I was
like
at-
trying to picture inside. Like you're in water, so it has to be comfortable. And so like,
Yeah, water does carry sound pretty well though, so you would hear.
Yeah. Well, the one
it's
I
in
was at,
salt water though, right? That's why you float.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's
like
what I
a
thought.
shit ton, like 1,000 pounds of salt water, or salt in the water. But,
Extra salty.
I could hear people outside. Like, so I'm in this room, in this tub, and it's pitch black in the tub and pitch black in the room, and I hear someone in the parking lot, and I'm like, fuck, this isn't good.
This tank is not well
And it was,
insulated
It was
enough.
nice, but you know, I mean, this
Yeah.
other place, the I don't know, New Age Wellness is what it's called, and they do all sorts of stuff there. They've got like, I think they're doing cryo treatment soon, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I
I'm
wanna
not doing
try
that. I'm
that.
not doing that.
I'm into that.
No, you can freeze my fucking head when I'm dead. That's as close as I'm getting.
No, I'm into it. I'll do it. I'll let you know how it goes.
You're gonna turn into a little icicle.
And I'm all about like trying out
Frostbite.
different stuff like that. But I
Yeah,
don't
that's
smoke
cool.
weed. You know what I mean? Like I won't smoke weed, but I'll get in a fucking
Yeah, that shit doesn't make
deprivation
any
tank.
sense, bro. Because only one of those is from the Earth. So,
I mean,
are you like a
Dream
Have you
pod.
smoked weed before?
yeah.
They call them
And you
dream
just
pods.
you just didn't like
Makes me
it.
paranoid. Gives me anxiety.
So this is a weird thing.
I've fucked with edibles. Like, I'm not opposed to edibles.
Yeah.
But smoking
weed is completely
is terrible
different
for me. Yeah, it's never agreed with my body.
I was telling Sten earlier about I had a weird experience with an edible. I've had fucked up experiences with edibles, but this was like a weird because
super
of the edible.
concentrated edible.
Yeah, like they're called a Chiba Chew, so it's like a slightly bigger than a like bubble yum thing, and they're chocolate,
Looks
but
like
they
a
have
Tootsie
like
Roll.
500 milligrams THC.
That's way too fucking much.
Well, it's all relative, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
So,
A lot.
dude, so normally, and it's like chewy and chocolate, kind of like a Tootsie Roll. I mean, like it has like really the same texture as a Tootsie Roll. Well, I normally break it in half, and I was in a position where I could eat all of this and be fine or whatever. So I fucking threw one chunk in, start chewing it, and then I threw the other chunk in because that's normally what I do. Because like when it's before, it's a little too big to like chew as one big ass piece. You know what I'm saying? Well, I was chewing it for an uncomfortable amount of time, way longer than I should have been, and I remember starting to get weirded out because I was like, I didn't have to chew this much to be able to swallow it. Because that's all I was trying to do. I was just trying to chew it up and swallow it. And it was like my jaw was starting to get a little sore. You know what I mean? Like it had been a while. And I'm like, I started getting like freaked out. Because all of a sudden I'm like anxious and like trying to swallow this and I can't. And I'm like, why can't I chew it up enough? And it had turned into like a melted Tootsie Roll. I mean, like it was almost liquidy, but like staying together. It reminded me of that shit. I don't know if you guys ever made this when you were a little kid, but like the shit that was like looked solid, but if you like fucked with it, it went to a liquid like briefly. I know there's like a name, and I'm not gonna remember what it is, so whatever. But like it was like that in my mouth though. That's what it reminded me of, and I was like, "Fuck this!" And
How long were you chewing this shit?
It was well over 10 minutes because
Weird.
dude, my jaw was legitimately sore, and I was like, "Okay, that seems excessive." And like I let it like chill in my cheek for a minute, and I was like, okay, like maybe I'm just like fucking this. I'm overthinking this. This is fucking weird. I wasn't high or anything at the time. I was just like, there's no reason that this should be happening right now. Yeah, weird. And then I went back chewing it, and I was like, I can't swallow it. I'm sure you guys have like chewed like gum, or like I've had this experience with like a piece of steak. Like if there's like gristle on the steak, and you're like chewing it, and you go to swallow it, and your body's like, no, like, we're not ready for that yet, bro. Don't fuck with us. And like that's what it was like. And so I was like, fuck it. And I like, in my work I use foil a lot, so I just grabbed this sheet of foil and I fucking spit it out, and it went down in this like perfect little like melted puddle of, and yeah, so like, and that's what I'm saying. I was like,
weird.
Dude, why couldn't I fucking swallow this thing? And then
It's from the earth, I thought.
bro, I'm gonna say like,
I think you have a sounder for this.
is it the mirror? Wait, what was the sound?
Gotta taste my own sauce.
No, hell no. What? That's about eating your own cum, Sten. No, I got so fucking high. Like, so what happened is I was waiting for a dealer to call me. And because they're not too far from here. And they were like, they had a rush job.
A car dealer, not a drug dealer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a drug dealer. That sounded weird. I am also not a drug dealer, just to be clear.
Let's clarify this situation.
But I was waiting for this dealership to call me, and I was like, like edibles, 45 minutes an hour, and they were going to be calling me like pretty quick. So I was like, I'll just fucking take this now, and then by the time I get back, like, I'll have wheels and stripping, like, whatever, I'll be good. And I fucking spit it out, and like 15, 20 minutes later, this dealership calls me, and I'm like, all right, cool. At the time, perfectly fine. Didn't think shit about it.
Thought you hit the road. It's game over.
Nope, I fucking drove all the way there. I was like, fuck, I better like try to pick this up a little bit because it's gonna take me another 12 minutes to get back, and like that's gonna be like right at the window.
Right.
No, the parking lot was the window. I got to the fucking parking lot, and I remember sitting. I'm in Dad Van 1, and I'm sitting in the fucking van, and I'm just fucking wrecked. I'm like, nope, not getting out. I was like, I text the dude. I was like, hey, I'm on the phone. Can you bring those wheels out to me? Because there was no way. Like
stuck
dude
in the
out.
car.
And like, I'm not trying to brag about driving high because I don't think you should do it. I've done it way too many times, and I think it's stupid. But I was so weirded out driving back that like normally I have like a pretty set path to everywhere and back to the shop. And I was so weirded out that I took this like other path, and I drove right by the Salt Lake, like the Salt Lake Police Department.
Oh my god!
And I'm like looking at them, like, they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. And I was like, I'm not the dude that gets paranoid. Like
Paranoia kicks in.
yeah, like that was the thing
Fuck, they know.
when I moved to Utah. Everybody like that had anything to do with weed, like, no, I don't like weed. It makes me paranoid. And I'm like,
That's me.
but that's so weird because I had never in my life heard that until I moved to Utah. And I'm not saying like Utah is getting weird weed or anything. Like I had been around a lot of people that smoked weed in my day, and I moved to Utah, and people were like, no, it makes me paranoid. And I'm like, paranoid of what? Like, what has happened in your life in Utah that's like fucking with you?
Like the most stupid shit. Like things that are just make no sense. That you're just like, oh no, all the time. It's fucking terrible, man. And it doesn't stop for me.
Maybe it's just because I don't like ever really worry about anything. So like when
I don't think it's like weed. It's probably a Utah thing. Fucking everything's illegal here.
Yeah, maybe. Could
everything
be.
is super illegal.
I didn't
there.
smoke weed.
You need a permit to pay in on a strip club.
Yeah, I smoked it in Vegas, and it made me paranoid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think it's like I don't know.
It's fucking legal there, and I'm still paranoid.
Yeah, true.
It's hella legal.
Bear is
there.
gonna come through my door. Like who knows? Like just stupid shit. That's just I don't know.
I mean, you made it like a bear would come through.
I don't know. Just like I threw that out there. You know. Just,
That didn't happen though, right? Like you didn't think that.
No.
Do you remember any of your weird paranoid thoughts?
No, because it's like this weird fog where everything is fucking bad. You know what I mean? Like they just overlap and overlap.
Yeah,
and
for
all
me
these
it's like authority
instant
figures.
thoughts.
Like, you're gonna get in
like,
trouble.
Yeah, it's just not good.
I just like
and they
being
try to
high
block them
and
out.
have people not talk to me. It's like
Yeah.
when I'm high, I'm like
Be like
usually
locked
pretty
inside
cool.
somewhere?
Yeah,
That's-
just like I'll just
I
watch
think how
like,
you avoid the
fucked up
paranoia.
documentaries on Netflix or something while I'm high.
Yeah. No, see, I handle vodka way better than that shit. I'm good.
Salt City vodka. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, had to throw that out there. I can't believe you're bringing up the thing about eating your own cums, Dan. That was.
It's your sounder, dude.
Did you log into the Sarah thing, by the way?
No.
Because
I can't
I
believe
didn't.
that's still a thing. Like people are still using that shit. I thought that fad was gonna end quick.
Morgan, God damn it, Morgan, you're adorable. Yes, I see your message that says Form Fest. Morgan said that she didn't want to comment on YouTube, Sten, because she didn't have anything to say, and she would just end up saying dumb one-word things that only you and I would understand, like Form Fest, which she totally just did.
She totally should.
That's what I said. She's like paranoid about it or something. She won't come on the show. I tried to get her to come on the show, but she wasn't into it. You know who we didn't have on the show? McKay, and I'm fine with it.
McKay fucking changes dinner plans without even asking anyone. Like, we're going to still go there?
Shae, give me your opinion on this, because you're completely outside of this. So this will make it easy.
Wait on me. Let's hear it.
So we're in a group chat made by this person, and the plans are set to go to a restaurant. Day before, this person goes to the restaurant.
He made the chat.
Yeah, he created
specifically for setting up this dinner.
His plan.
Okay.
Made the chat, invited people to it, set the plan. The day before, he goes there alone or with family or whatever.
Probably alone because nobody likes him.
Yeah, and then the day of the dinner, just low key changes the plan in the group chat to a different restaurant. And
One
everyone's
that
like, "Whoa,
sucked,
what?" Yeah,
by the
true.
way.
Yeah.
So we were gonna go to Texas Roadhouse. He changed it to
Bomb.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yep.
Which is weak.
Week.
Like I won't even go there.
Yeah.
And I'm a fat kid. I still won't go.
So he didn't say anything.
Day of no approval.
Bro,
just
he
changes it.
just changed it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then I think I said something pretty fast. And then he changed it to another place that nobody wanted to go. and I'm like, I kind of went off on him and he pissed me off, so I ended up kicking him out of his own chat. But and then we ended up going to dinner at the time at the place that we were gonna go to.
The original plan.
But we changed.
Just without him, or did he ask him?
we changed the.
Wait,
we
he
were
was
gonna
still
go
there
to.
or no?
No, he wasn't there.
We changed location.
We
too.
changed it from Sandy to Taylorsville.
Right. He
So
just
even if he
wasn't
showed
allowed.
up at Sandy, he was on his own. Which
Fucking
I'm
sucks
sure he
to
didn't
suck,
know.
man.
I feel like that's well played though.
But that's like a
dick
shitty move, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's a
what?
dick move.
And to not even ask anybody.
Right.
Like not even. It's like you knew for a week that we were going to this place to have fucking dinner. You chose to go there the day before, and then you're gonna complain about it like it's our fault.
That dude's world, and you guys just live in it. You know what I mean?
Weird.
Yeah, which is the exact opposite of reality if you knew the kids. So I'm just saying.
And there's nothing wrong with going there twice in a row.
No, fucking Texas Roadhouse is awesome. I'd go there twice in a row just for the fucking rolls. Are you kidding me?
Yep. And the sweet potatoes.
I'm not into going there. So
Really?
Why?
I've realized we kind of disagree on a lot of shit. Have you noticed that? But I kind of like it.
I like it
I'm kind
too.
of mad about it right now.
No, because
Well, no,
I
I
appreciate
like
it.
it.
Because then I get to hear why you know
The
what I
other
mean?
perspective.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
for
so.
sure.
That's like the third time though, because I'm not into Roadhouse. I really like fucking ramen lately though, but it might be just be the weather.
Dude, I've been wanting to try ramen.
There's a good spot.
I don't understand.
They paid me to paint. I'll plug the shit out of them.
Where?
Tonkatsu in West Valley.
Damn.
I don't understand people that get excited about like third world country food.
It's
like,
just
can't do it.
It's not third world country food
Oh,
though.
okay.
Like it's fucking high quality.
You have to understand how
like,
picky Sean is. Like, it's
super
you're not
good,
selling
dude.
it to him, dude.
This isn't like pho where like you might find a fucking bone in there. Like I'm not into that.
Pho really is third world country food.
Yeah,
first
I'm
of all,
not-
Literally.
that's
Like,
real.
It's hit or miss on that, but like ramen to me, I think it's always legit. Like they use really good
Yeah, I've been
ingredients.
wanting to
and
try
shit's
it.
killer.
Maybe my association with ramen is
Top
directly
ramen.
to Top Ramen, which I've
See.
also never had.
I
Completely
won't
different.
eat that.
And
I
I-
won't eat it.
But it's really just like noodles, right? And Bentley, stop being a cunt. So it's really just noodles, and then like you put some shit in it.
So the ramen, no, I mean, first of all, they have like this insanely good broth that I don't know how long it takes to make. Then they put the noodles. Then they
It
put
doesn't
other
come in a
ingredients.
powder packet, is what
dude,
you're
like,
saying.
I'm not eating cardboard fucking shit ramen. Like I won't even buy it for my son. Like that's how much I despise that shit.
Yeah.
But real ramen from like a ramen restaurant is like one of the greatest meals you can have. It's filling, tons of flavor. There's like 50 different varieties. So like if you're not in
How
the
filling
pork,
could it really be?
super filling. The noodles are
noodles.
huge. The broth is like really hearty broth. There's meat in it.
I'm
There's
so
veggies in it.
Look, it's
Let's
noodles
go.
though, right? It's like pure carbs, so it can't be filling. It's filling for 15 minutes.
No,
I'm
'cause
getting
there's meat
hungry.
too. There's meat. Yeah, let's go.
Let's
Down.
go right now. Fuck this podcast.
We're
I'm
out.
out.
Fucking
Yep.
hungry.
I don't even like this place
Exit.
anymore.
We're done. The
Cut
guy's
it.
down. He's like, I want some ramen.
Cut.
He's over there nodding like, yeah.
It's like I'm super into it. So wait, what did you just paint on the one that you're talking about? Did you already do it?
I think they opened like 2 years ago. Yeah, I just put
Oh,
like
okay.
traditional Japanese waves in there. Like if you saw it, no one would ever know I did it because it's not what I would
It's
do.
not your shit.
Yeah, it's just Japanese waves.
What?
Like, doing that all the time. I love it.
When you do work like that, you still put your name on it, right?
No, not usually. I mean, especially lately, like 90% of the work I do is shit that I don't show because it's like commercial stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like, hey, can you paint this? Yes, I can. Well, you should sign it. I'm like, no, because it's what you wanted, not what I wanted.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but that's the stuff that pays the bills, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Like a lot of like.
Yeah, you could
obscure
have
stuff.
worse life.
Yeah, I'm not
Right.
pissed. I'm not pissed.
I was gonna try to log into Sarah because Sten said he never logged into it.
I don't remember the logins.
Honestly, I've changed it every day. Every time I've ever tried to log into it, I've had to change it. So the fact that you don't remember is really disappointing.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna sneak out and go get fucking ramen.
I'm joining you.
You can't leave me. This doesn't even make any sense now.
But you
You
don't,
don't
eat
even
noodles.
want it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're like over here just like.
I actually don't
wants to go
fucking
now.
want it. I don't. I no.
He'll get
here's-
chicken teriyaki there.
No, here's what happened.
They have wonton
I had-
nachos.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
god.
No, here's
What?
what.
Life changing.
Like with cheese?
Yeah, dude, it's so good.
You have to understand. Here's what happened. I had a bunch of my friends, and it was like a mix of Asians and Mexicans, and there was a couple of you white folk in there too, who convinced me that pho was the shit. And
No,
I had
it
heard
is.
about
It's
it.
good.
No,
I
it's
still like it. I think
fucking
it's
not.
It was good.
I think it's good.
I was told by numerous people, and this was back when like Cars and Coffee was a cool thing and not spread out to like 30 businesses, all of which suck, by the way. You guys are fucking so
Coffee
weird.
Presented by some shitty dealership.
No, it's Cars and Coffee presented by 30 different places. If you guys were smart, you'd all get together and have it at one place. The fact that you try to divide up that many people is stupid.
I don't like the fact that one fucker took it over and just tried to promote his own fucking business off of it.
Yep.
Who?
And then it failed. We can leave names out of it. Everyone
Everyone
knows who we're
knows.
talking about. Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad everybody but me knows then. Because-
Cars and Coffee by business that no longer exists. So,
but there's like Cars and Coffee by like a business that you like right now.
a business that I like?
Yeah, I think they're the ones that made these stickers. Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that.
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem is because it's divided up between like 20 places now. It's not. Cars and Coffee used to be one place, and then occasionally the dudes up north would get mad that they had to drive to Salt Lake,
It
and
was
they'd
at
make
Beans
their
and
own.
Brews, right? Like out west somewhere?
That was the original one I
Yeah.
heard of. That was
Yeah.
super early in the morning
That was the first one I went to.
and started out
the one that I started going to
Yeah.
all the time was the one that was on 106 right by Mulligan's.
Yeah, that was at a Beans and Brews.
Sure, I didn't ever get the shit there, but
Um,
that one was like
I think
the
it's-
one that everybody went to.
That's what I'm saying.
That one like flooded their parking lot over into like the next people's
Yep.
parking lot.
and they
it was
stopped
huge.
it, right? Because there was too many people or something.
They stopped
Yeah,
it
it
because
started
I
as like
think
10
because
like
people were doing
adult
dumb
people.
shit. Well,
And then
yeah.
like people heard about it and it
See, I think
As
that's
it
another
always
thing we
does.
disagree on is like this whole stance shit. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I think, don't you guys like it? I mean, you're
Not really a fan.
I don't give a shit because it's not my fucking car.
See, but I do.
Well,
just bums me out.
You're letting something bother you that has
bums
no
me
effect
out.
on your life, and that's
It affects my life. I
No.
look over and I'm like, why though, dude? Why? Why?
It's
Why
trendy.
Why's your camera's all fucked up?
The tilty wheels.
I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's just different. Like it's like your old, like the old people are like, oh, the music you listen to, these kids these days, is shit. It's kind of like me. Like when I first got into cars, we were trying to make those fuckers fast. Now, it's not like that. No one cares about that. So it's just I can't relate. I'm not necessarily hating. Like do what you want to do. It's your car. I'm fine with it. But
when did you start making cars fast? What year, roughly?
I bought my first 240 when I was 15 years old. So it was before the first Fast and the Furious came out. I don't know what the fuck year that was.
Okay, but that's
15.
back when cars didn't come fast, and now they come fast.
I think our ideas of fast are probably a little different.
I'm telling you right now that you can go to a dealership and spend under $40,000 or under $50,000 and get multiple 11, 12-second cars.
Bullshit. What are you gonna buy for under 50 grand that goes 11s?
Like an Evo?
If we're talking
Evo's
straight
not
lines.
running no fucking Evos. Or Evo's not running 11s, especially not a stock one. Not even
Well, not a stock one, but you don't have to do a bunch of shit to it. You can do almost nothing.
brand new GTR will run an 11, but that's a $100,000 car.
Yeah, they're ugly.
I still want one. I still might buy one.
Same.
They just look like an awkward. They're an awkward Maxima at this point in my life. Like they're just. There's nothing appealing about looking at it. There's not like body lines, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking nice. It doesn't look like an exotic car. I don't care that it outperforms exotic cars. I'll take a random exotic car over a 458 all day.
I really can't disagree with you.
Or not over a 458, over a fucking GTR.
I know what you're saying. I can't disagree with you. Like, I want to buy a new car, and I've been fighting forever, and I'm trying to figure out, like, do I want to buy a GTR or an R8? And the reason why I'm even leaning towards R8, I've driven them both, and they're both, like, pretty similar performing cars. But the R8 has, like, that cool wow factor.
Yeah.
The GTR does not fucking have it.
Okay, so this is. I also don't think. I think R8s are in the same category.
Have you driven an R8?
I've driven a couple different R8s.
If you're comparing the two only, then the R8 looks way more exotic.
Yeah,
than the GTR.
if you're putting them side by side, being like, which is the exotic car, people are picking the R8. But at the end of the day, it's still an Audi. It's still a piece of shit.
That's
Eh.
true. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, has Audi ever been in the top 10
No,
for reliability of
no,
anything
no.
ever?
I would never get an Audi, yeah.
I
and
stopped
there's
at-
Audi people that are gonna get mad about it, but
That's what they do because they
reality-
know
yeah,
it's
it
true.
is what it is.
The reality is most cars these days are shit, though. I don't care what it is. Like, everything's made so cheaply. Like, everyone's trying to maximize profits. They cut
Mass-produced.
corners everywhere. They're fucking manufactured. Like, my Mercedes is made in South fucking Africa. Like, some dude came up to me. He's like, oh, you like that car? It's kind of a piece of shit. And I'm like, wait, what? I just bought the car. And I was all bummed out. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you talking shit? And he's like, it was made in South Africa, dude. I'm like, no way. So I popped the door, and sure as shit, he was right. I'm like, fuck, man, you can't
didn't
trust
know
anything
that.
these days.
Yeah,
Most
I
American
don't,
cars are made
Made in Mexico. Yeah.
So, like, I mean, all cars are pretty much shitty these days.
I don't. Yeah, I think that's why I jumped onto the whole. People should just buy Korean cars, like pretty much as soon as Korean cars became decent. Because I was like, look, if you're gonna get fucking hosed on a car, you might as well spend as little money as you can
Yeah.
and still get a semi cool car. Like those new Genesis, like the big body Genesis,
Super sick.
is way better than most Mercedes.
Yep.
I can't
Wait.
Same goes for the Kia, like the K.
The K, I
Whatever
think
it
it's
is.
K900 here,
Dope.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to call it a K9 because that would be stupid in America. But
Would buy.
Would buy. I don't know. I don't know if I could bring myself to ever buy a Korean car.
I
Even
don't-
I know that there's Kias that have like heated seats and cooled seats with fucking drink cooler. Like they got Bentley level features.
Bro,
on those.
those
Even
new-
like the base model
the
ones
newer
now are
big body
okay.
Genesis are fucking sick.
Yeah.
I got that.
I don't care. It's
Man, like
500
And if you really
horsepower
want an
V8.
expensive one, there are expensive ones.
maybe I'm just a
Kind of.
dick. Like I have to. Like I want the brand. Sorry. Like it's one of the few things like shoes and cars. Like I gotta go for the brand.
Fair
Like I'm
enough.
not rocking Reeboks. Like I wear fucking Nikes and
There
I
is
drive a
something
Mercedes. I'm
about
not
that,
buying
I'm
a
wearing
Kia.
British Knights shoes right now.
You are?
The new
Well,
ones.
that's why we're different. See, we disagree on shit. It's fine.
I don't like sweatshop shoes.
Well, fucking,
I'm just fucking with you.
I do.
This is a different sweatshop, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
sure.
He's
Like,
wearing a Nike hoodie, so
yeah.
Yeah, it's the same sweatshop. It's just like 2 doors down. It's fine.
It's like probably literally the same sweatshop. Morgan, you are too paranoid. Don't message me on here, you weirdo.
So yeah, I don't know what I want to buy a car, but I don't know. And that's the other issue too. Is like, okay, if I don't want either one of those cars, like, there's not very many cool cars out right now. You know, like I want an all-wheel drive car.
No.
That's not $100,000.
Fucking I don't know if it's all-wheel drive. The new Camry XLE is fucking awesome.
It's all-wheel drive. You don't know?
I have no idea if it's all-wheel drive. Don't even give a shit. It looks that cool, and it's a fucking Camry. So it means 30 years from now you could still be driving it with no issue.
Yeah, 200,000 miles later.
Yeah.
Don't mention Subaru either, because I don't.
Dude, there's good questions on the SRIL.
I don't
There's
think I would
3.
ever tell anybody to buy a Subaru.
I don't think
I'm
they're
pretty
shitty
adamant.
cars. I just
I do.
don't like them.
Here's my thing. I never liked SRT4s. I used them for their parts, but like I had a lot of SRT4 friends.
Right.
And when the SRT4 came out, like the WRX was like its theoretical competition. Even though it
Nemesis.
wasn't competition at all, it was significantly slower in like every category imaginable. But everybody was like, oh, well, at least my interior doesn't suck. It's like, the SRT4 interior is actually okay, and the Subaru one's not that impressive. And keep in mind, the price difference in these two cars was like
Significant.
huge at the time.
Right.
And it's like, I'm buying a car that's faster, and its mods are way more available, especially at the time when the SRT4 came out, because Dodge was so pumped on putting that car out that they were giving demo cars to people to build parts for before it ever actually came out.
Right.
And
That's how it's
so,
fucking done.
They did that car really well.
That's how it's done.
They did it right.
yeah, and they spent money where they needed to appeal to the right crowd, and they didn't waste money on dumb shit so they could keep the car cheap.
Yeah.
And because the car was still fast on its own, you could throw a little bit of money on it and make it real fast.
Right.
They also sold staged upgrades at the dealership that stayed under warranty. You could have a 500 horsepower car in warranty.
That's sick.
And that's nuts.
For
You could run
cheap.
high tens, like Chad was stage 3. You remember like Chuck and Chad? Those guys ran like high tens, low 11s on theoretically warranted cars. I mean, they had both kind of gone beyond that. But like the stage 3 made enough power that you could run low 11s, high tens with slicks bolted on the car.
They were legit.
Yeah, it's like, and at the time, like Subaru was the big competition. And everybody's like trying to sell me on these Subarus. I'm like, no, there's nothing like special about that car at all. And then the people that started throwing money at Subarus, every single one of them blew up.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? So it's like everybody, like I see these posts, you know, like I'm still in like Subaru groups or whatever.
Back then, with like the NHRA drag racing stuff was huge, right? Like we'd go to Vegas.
Yeah,
and
sport compact car.
So Subaru was waxing everyone down there, and they were trying to make it seem like Subarus are great and they're fast,
And
but it was a
front-wheel drive?
factory-backed car. Like it was,
Oh, it
a
was like-
Subaru
Yeah.
race team out there, like competing with like me and you. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, of course they're doing well because they have 16 motors and endless supply. But then,
Yeah.
you know, some other kid went and try to buy a Subaru and do the same thing, and they just blow up left and right.
Right. Yeah, I see all these people that build Subarus in like these forums, you know, these pages on Facebook, and they're like, I want to make 600 horsepower. And you have all these people that I don't know if they're like, sometimes I just think they're trolling them. But there's a lot of people like, oh yeah, you just got to do this and this. It's like,
Yeah,
you're not getting 600 horsepower of Subaru more than once.
You just
like,
gotta
it's just not a reality.
buy a new
anymore.
car,
Yeah.
and then, you know.
You should have started with a different base.
Yeah.
You could LS swap it.
Yeah, there you go.
That'll get you 600 horsepower out of a Subaru. It's just not. And the sound. I can't stand Subi rumble.
Well, the same reason, like the like that boxer engine is so foreign to me. It's like the same reason why I was so turned off by like Teslas at first, because just the idea of like, what do you do? I don't know what to do with that damn Subaru motor. It makes no sense to me.
You don't have to do anything with the Tesla. That's the beauty of it.
Well, I know.
And
but
in fact,
then I
you
drove
fucking
the
can't.
Tesla. Yeah, you can't. Then I drove the Tesla, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck, I don't need an exhaust sound. This is great. It was like, I mean, it was
Yeah,
That's
sick.
They just
everything you
had
could
like
want my car could do.
the world's greatest drag race or whatever the fuck it's called.
I didn't
was
watch
just
it. I
on.
saw it, but I didn't watch it.
And the Tesla P100D waxed everybody.
Right.
But like,
It's a badass car.
it was like once they were going past a quarter mile, like if you looked at the mile per hours, there was like a 458 and one of the Porsches was right behind it.
It would have kept. Yeah. It would catch.
They would have caught it well before the half mile, even at a quarter mile. But
Right.
like in the quarter mile, that car was fucking up everybody.
Gone.
And you see it when it launches. It's like it left everybody so far behind that everybody was playing catch up. Even the GTR, which is all-wheel drive, is playing catch up to that car, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, that's embarrassing. That car's electric as fuck.
Yeah, even the ones with gnarly launch controls.
Did
Just
you-
a different universe.
Did you guys hear about the Tesla? Like when people were trying to flee from the hurricanes?
Oh yeah, they extended the battery life remotely through software.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Which
awesome.
exposed the fact that
Oh,
all
it's
their
it's
cars are
restricted.
actually the same, and if you buy a cheaper model, it's just a software.
Well, they did that intentionally though, because the reason why is because it was more expensive for them to manufacture individual different battery types. So what they did is they released the cheaper model for the same price,
Right.
even though it had the same equipment,
Right.
in order to make up manufacturing costs. So if you wanted that higher end one, they unlocked it with software. Otherwise, No big deal. They still gave you the same.
Weird.
The cost
but
for
that's
them was the
that's
same.
That's a super shitty way of
That
selling
is.
people cars, because what you're doing is what they try to do, and what I don't agree with, not what Tesla tried to do, what the news was saying, was that you are now making it harder on people, theoretically, like had that software update not happened. You are making it harder on people who didn't have enough money to buy the better version. And I'm like, okay, well, the people who don't have enough money to buy the better version bought an $80,000 car, not a $110,000 car.
Right.
So like that argument doesn't really
probably
float.
did.
Like they're trying to make it sound like there was like people in poverty that now couldn't escape in their Tesla. You know,
Choose between ramen and the Tesla.
yeah, it's like no, bro. Like, and the thing is, like, what's weird is the supercharger thing for the Tesla. Like people will look at the sticker cost of a Tesla, not knowing that the supercharger edition is super expensive.
It's free. What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It is too.
No, it's not.
How is it not free?
Because it's like $18,000 to get installed.
What do you mean? The supercharger doesn't go to your house.
No, the supercharger that's in your house.
Well, that's different, and that's only a cable.
That's what I'm talking
It's not
about.
$18,000. It hooks up
They
to the
said it
same
was
thing
like-
as a washer and dryer.
No, they said it was $18,000 to get it installed.
If you hire some douche electrician, maybe.
I don't think you need to hire an
Is
electrician.
that the
to plug
charger
into a
or the
wall.
battery pack?
It has to
No,
have.
it was
It's is it 220?
240. But yeah, 220.
So same
240,
thing. Like that's what they do is they run that to your garage, and then the Tesla cable that goes from that to your car. That's it. There's nothing else.
No, because you're talking about a regular charger, not a supercharger.
Oh well, I don't know shit about that.
That's that's why I was like,
Slow
wait, no,
charger,
you're just
fast
talking about
charger.
the supercharger is the one that charges it in an hour.
I've used the supercharger that's like installed in the parking lot somewhere.
Right, yeah.
And it's free.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah,
just
no,
pull it.
Industrial
right. No, I'm talking about if you want a supercharger installed in your home,
It's 18
It's
grand.
super expensive.
Dang.
Which sucks, but I mean, at the same time, how often do you get home and need to charge your car in an
In
hour?
an hour. You can do it overnight.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like most of the time, if you're home, at least for a couple hours, which it'll charge on its own, and a couple hours at a regular charger.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
It's really weird to think that I was so anti-electric car, but then after driving one, I'm like, dude, these fucking things are.
I think everyone was.
the thing that's
man.
fucked
I
up
think
about the
that's
Tesla is how much room
humanity
there
in
is
general.
inside, huh?
God, they're just so nice.
Like everything inside, there's room everywhere. There's weird compartments everywhere because there's like all the shit that normally takes up space isn't in the car.
Well, just
So there's
technology wise,
no
too, like
exhaust,
stupid shit. Like you want to open a
transmission.
sunroof, there's a slider on a touchscreen, so
Yeah.
you can slide it 10%, 20%. Like
sick.
it's just awesome, man.
I think it's cool the way that Tesla like markets stuff, but through their own panels. So like they'll add funny little quirky things to their software. It's like shit like that is
The
cool because you'd
names
never
and- yeah.
like even if GM tried to do that with their shit, it would never be as cool as when Tesla does it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
because GM would have to have like 6 board people approve it. And
You mean like the "I want my mommy" shit? Like we're
yeah,
gonna get- that's awesome.
shit like that.
That's awesome.
Like that only happens at cool companies.
There was something too. I can't remember. So there was the Model S, right? There's the Model 3,
the Model X,
the Model
the
X.
SUV,
Yeah, and it's intentional.
and the Roadster.
And they wanted it to be a Model E, but Ford fucking denied them. So what the E is, if you look at the 3 models, it's sex, Tesla sex, and it was totally intentional. So they couldn't do the E, so they did a 3, which is a backwards E. So the model lineup is sex.
I didn't know that.
It's pretty badass.
Wait, but it was.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the X is terrible.
That's kind of cool though.
It's
fucking so
SX3
ugly.
is the order.
Yeah, but still, like that was like he blatantly said like, "Oh yeah, we're trying to pull a fast one."
Yeah, because they announced the 3 before the X was out. I know,
Yeah.
but like the announcement for the X had already come.
The plans
Right.
for it, yeah.
But the 3 was like, they're not even shipping any of the first units till the end of 2018.
It's
Well, it was supposed to be a Model E though, and then they
Yeah.
had to change it.
Why did Ford not? Did Ford
They
have
own
a?
it. Yeah, they trademarked it.
Ford Model E.
What's a Model E in a Ford?
I don't know.
Like an older.
Some old shit.
Well, it would have to be an old one because it was like a Model A.
Yeah, Model T.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
they
the T
made
was
a
the
Yes,
whole
there's
ultra.
an
shit
E
up.
in between.
Did you just
there
make that
somewhere.
up just now on the fly?
Maybe.
I'm fucking making sure.
Ford
Google it.
Model E.
Fact check me. I don't
I'm
give a
not
fuck.
fucking
Let's
googling.
see.
I don't care that much, bro. I'm not.
I want ramen.
Is that real?
I think it is.
Where do you even get ramen this time of night?
You don't.
I've had some of that shit before, and I like it.
I don't though.
So Uber Eats came out in Salt Lake, and I was super pumped about it.
I saw that you posted a thing about it. You were the only person that was talking about it.
Yeah, the Model E is a
then
2019 model.
And then I suggested it to somebody the next day.
Uber Eats.
Yeah, because they were like, I'm stuck at a BMW dealership right now, and I can't leave, and I want food. And I was like, Uber Eats is here now. Like, you could try it. And it was going to, like, for him to get some basic ass breakfast was going to cost him $30. And he was like, never mind.
So I never.
You're always going to
like,
pay for convenience, but
Here's the problem with Vegas Uber Eats versus Utah Uber Eats. First of all, everything in Vegas is open, like pretty much 24 hours a day,
Right.
including like the obscure like ice cream shops, donut shops, like whatever. You want a fucking crepe.
Bro, I remember me and
No
there'll
problem.
be one because there's someone somewhere who'll pay for
But
it.
also Vegas is a huge, like, I mean, it's tourist town, so there's a ton of fucking restaurants. So there's an infinite selection. Well, you can, okay, Uber Eats launches in Salt Lake, and I'm stoked. There's like 5 fucking restaurants, and they're all closed by 9 o'clock at night. So it's pointless. Like, I don't even care.
Because before 9, you could just go get your own food. Is that your idea?
I don't know. I have fucking weird eating habits. Don't fucking judge me.
That's a good point, though. Like,
You are excited
before
about
9 o'clock, it's less of a need of that service because, like, I'll go
Yeah.
get it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, so I was all excited, and now I'm just like, oh, that's fucking stupid.
Yep.
You
But
said,
then literally-
you said pizza delivered instead and said, fuck it.
Well, there is pizza on there, which the nice thing about their pizza delivered, it's like a legit pizza place. It's not like shitty pizza.
So it's Big Daddy's.
No, it's better than that. It's like something, I don't know,
I'm just fucking with you.
Legit.
some fancy.
I
But
keep
there's-
looking online trying to figure out when this pie opens. There's a pie like
On
being-
33rd.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
And it's like fucking, like it's done.
Looks
when you
like
look
it's
at
ready,
it, it's
yeah.
done. But so does that fucking Winco.
Maybe they're getting a mural done and they need it to be approved. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Yes.
It's being held up all
Maybe you
because
should go
of that.
sell them one.
Sounds like
Murals on the inside. That'd be cool.
Yeah, then people could ride.
I
all
did that
over
at Estee on the in Sugar House. Not all of the murals, but I did a wall.
it. What's Este?
There's a bomb
That's that
pizza.
bomb pizza place. Yeah.
Right, Sugar
Oh
House?
yeah, I go to the one downtown. I was like, why do I know that? That's where I
Yeah,
get that
super
fucking
good.
vegan pizza
That's
when I was
nice.
dating some vegan
Vegan
girl.
pizza.
I'll take Estee over the pie any day.
That vegan pizza's pretty good.
Dude, that vegan pizza was hella good,
Yeah.
and it was like clearly no meat because vegans aren't about that life.
Yeah.
But like,
Even the cheese
I
is
think it was like a
kinda
supreme
cheesy.
or something they called it or something. No, the cheese was weird. The cheese was the one thing that I wasn't okay with.
Well,
Just because, like, well,
It's not real
cheese on a
cheese.
vegan pizza isn't like when you bite into a normal piece of pizza, the cheese holds everything.
Yeah.
Like it's the binder of the whole piece of pizza. But when you fucking vegan cheese isn't like that. It looks like
it's more like sauce.
I totally
it looks like
zoned out on
cottage
that
cheese.
subject.
Like it looks like it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
more like sauce.
What?
I zoned out. I was like, what? Vegan? I don't know anything about
Vegan pizza.
I went and had it because I was dating a girl that was vegan, and she wasn't like she didn't press the vegan shit on me ever. But like,
Just to be a nice guy.
well, I was like, well, this place has vegan pizza. Like, fucking, let's go try it. You know, because she'd never had vegan, like actual vegan pizza before. Well, she had it one other time, I think, and she said it sucked. And I was like, well, Este's always has pretty good pizza, so I assume their vegan pizza, which is like pretty prominent on the menu, like it's got to be something that they're like
is.
proud of. Especially that one downtown is like it seems like that's kind of what the menu is about. But we went down there and got it, and it was hella good. It just I don't like it because the flavor of the cheese was not my issue. It was the fact that when you bite into it, all the toppings fell off because there's nothing holding all the toppings.
that makes sense.
Yeah, the flavor's
like-
pretty close to cheese.
Yeah, the flavor was fine.
I like Estee. That they're legit.
I didn't use hardly.
Why
any
am I
of these
talking about
cylinders.
food? Like that's all I'm talking about.
I know.
I'm starving, man. So ramen and pizza and Uber
Worked
Eats,
yourself
like,
up
what's
a
guys?
hunger.
Wait, I was saying earlier the reason that I never went and got pho.
Oh yeah,
And we got distracted
because
with
all your
cars and
friends
coffee.
like it.
No, yeah, like all my fucking friends convinced me that it was gonna be hella good, and like there was enough of them. Like it was literally like all of them said it was good. It was like 20 or 30 people, and I was like, "Fuck, all right." Turns out like a bunch of them didn't like it, but they were like going along with it at the time. There was like 5 or 6 of them that weren't really about it. I learned that later, so it doesn't really matter. So we go down and get it, and we went to Pho Tay Ho, I think it's called. Right? Is that on like Main or like right over here?
I've only been to one.
No, I
spot.
think that's like Redwood and 33rd.
I don't know. It was in like what appeared to be a sketchy house, honestly. But it was like supposedly the best one, and I don't fucking know because it was gross, so it doesn't matter.
You're not going back.
Keep them. No. I've tried it 2 other places, and it was gross all 3 places. So this is not like specific to the sketchy house, but I was eating it, and I don't like a lot of weird shit in my food.
Like bones or what?
Tripe,
I'd probably be okay with bones, but.
tendons, you get
No,
tripe.
I don't know. I guess so. When you get pho, you have to like add a bunch of shit to it to give it any potential to have any sort of flavor.
Well,
and-
meat, yeah.
No. So mine came with meat,
Right.
and it said beef, but I
Spices and
think that was relative. But like, no, they give you like that big ass plate of shit. To, like,
The sprouts and leaves.
Sure, there was other shit in it. It wasn't just 2 green things. No, there was other shit in it. And then like there's sauces and shit, and I didn't want any of that. So
It's
like
sprouts and Thai basil, both of which are delicious.
that's only 2 things though, and there's definitely more than that on this fucking plate.
Jalapenos usually and lime.
sounds so gross now.
I want it.
Anyway, I didn't want to add any weird shit, and so what I ended up being was like bone marrow broth, because that's what it is, and shitty cuts of meat, and like meh noodles.
Yeah, if you leave it plain, that's about what it would be.
That's not good.
Ramen's way better.
I don't want to have to build a meal, bro.
You're not building it. Like with ramen, the difference is you're not building shit, really. I mean, it just comes, like, you pick what you want.
What does Cup Bop sell?
It's like rice bowls.
So it's not the same.
There's
Somebody
no
asked
broth.
me if I went to Cup Bop the other day, and I was like, no.
Yeah, cup pop's delicious as well.
You tried to get me to go there at some point.
Been trying to.
You were like, you don't like spicy food, so you have to get like the pussy version or
Oh
something.
no, actually, if you get like anything below a 6, it's pretty freaking tame.
I don't know. I went to our favorite Indian restaurant the other day and got fucking Indian. And I told him mild, and it was like there was no flavor, none. It was enough that the next time that I went, I fucking told him I wanted it medium because I was
Yeah,
terrified.
the flavorless time was when I went with you, I think.
No, it was by myself.
Oh,
Because I remember.
I remember that.
An Indian joint?
What's it called?
Tandoori oven or something like that.
No, I think that's the one in Logan.
Tandoori kitchen.
Is it on 33rd?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
33rd and something east.
Like
90s.
It's good.
70s.
Yeah, it's
Just,
good.
just past 7th East. Too.
Yeah, yeah.
It's big too, like for no reason. They're never busy.
Now I kind of want to go to Logan and get Indian.
Same.
See, I'm fucking starving, and Uber Eats is closed, and there's like, you know,
There's
what I
like
mean?
3 places to open.
McDonald's,
you could go right now.
Burger, like just the
Wendy's is
good
open
shit.
until midnight, bro.
Ugh, I'm not eating any
Big
of that
Daddy's
shit.
open until 3
None of
a.m.
that.
None of that. I'm outside of the Big Daddy's delivery range, which
Should
really
we
bums me out.
wrap up so you can go chow?
I'm fine, whatever.
I don't
Yeah, I
care
should wrap up, actually. I got shit to do.
because you're old. Sten's old too. Sten has like a job he
I
has to
wanna
get
go
up
to
early for. It's so awkward. Not me. I'm gonna go work for a couple hours.
This was fun because all we did was talk about cars and food, which is pretty legit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm into it. It was fun.
I didn't want to talk about either one of those.
This one wasn't even sexual, which is awesome.
The
Why,
pussy
is that
had made
awesome?
me so crazy that I had to taste my own sauce.
Oh fuck!
I'm out. Fuck this.
And I don't know if that's gay, honestly.
Honestly,
There's too much going on.
All right.
do you have an outro sounder?
No, I didn't. No.
Damn it!
I could play like. No, I don't know.
Let my dick breathe podcast.
No, like they're all just like random.
That's a pretty good one.
But I don't think that they work for like. I don't know.
Concluding.
This is Sten's.
Bust a nut, gonna lick it up.
He can't hear it. There's a speaker over there. You can hear it.
Oh, word.
Oh, that's not good. That means it's echoing.
Definitely got the bigger penis.
Yeah, some of these are still the same from that. Oh wait, this one was from McKay in case he came on.
She said you look like Patrick Swayze's faggot baby faggot Swayze.
Faggot Swayze.
Anyway, I don't want to do this anymore, so I'm leaving.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go work.
Tune in next time.
Yeah, we'll talk about stuff like
More
food.
fuckery.
Probably food again, honestly.